So hi, if you're watching this now or if you're watching this at any time, we are welcome to Grounded Life Lunchtime Live. So it's these breathing practices that are inspired by nature. And today's breathing practice is inspired by a plant who I think you'll know. It is rosemary today. And I love rosemary. There's so much to say about this plant. It's been used for hundreds and hundreds of years, probably much longer than that, and for many, many uses. I'm obsessed with this plant because I actually just love the way that it smells. The main things that I use it for is actually in tea. I make smudge sticks with it. A new thing that I found is to put it in a gin and tonic, and it tastes absolutely amazing. And yeah, I love the smell. I've even made a pillow spray of it. I used lavender, but I used rosemary as well because I love it. So I thought this plant sort of inspired the breath pattern today, and one of its uses, of its medicinal uses, is that it's said to have the ability to aid memory. And it's said also that having it on the body, I was reading this when I was reading up on it, to have it on the body, to try and put a sprig in your pocket or somewhere before you have an exam or a meeting or something that you need a bit of mental clarity about is supposed to work. So I am going to try that and see if it works. And in honor of this plant, in this kind of clearing and clarifying herb, we're going to be doing a breath pattern. You might know it's called alternate nostril breathing, and this is a breathing pattern that really helps to rebalance not only your nervous system, but the right and left hemispheres of your brain. So it's all about just coming back into a state of presence and rebalancing. Yeah, because kind of in order to remember, thinking about how to remember and have a brain that's maybe a bit sharper and more feeling more clarity, is first of all to declutter, to rebalance, and to actually create the space for the things that are important to remember to come in. So yeah, when this breath pattern is practiced regularly, you'll start to notice the ability to access this state a lot more easily, a lot more quickly. You'll notice over time that the state, the kind of shift that you're able to access can deepen, and the dynamic of the experience can really change if you practice it over time. So the ability to get there more quickly and more deeply becomes available with practice. And I feel like this is metaphoric to the rosemary plant, because if you want to work with the medicinal qualities of rosemary, if you try it once, it's unlikely to have an impact on your life. But if you weave it into your life, if you use it more often, if you build a stronger relationship with it, if you build a more expanded knowledge and a deeper appreciation with the plant, the impact is going to be much greater. And this is, of course, exactly the same with conscious breathing. If you do it once, it might feel nice, but if you're going to make it and weave it into your life, it's actually pretty life-changing. So, hello everyone that's joined. We're going to start breathing now. And when I have learned and figured out how to get music onto lives and also some graphics, they will be happening, but I'm yet to obtain that knowledge. So for now, just allowing my voice to be your guide. I'm going to just show the breathing pattern to you and then invite you to close your eyes. So alternate nostril breathing goes in a pattern of closing one nostril and breathing in, and then swapping and breathing in and out the other. Now, you might have done this in a yoga class or seen this before, and a lot of times you can see perhaps two fingers are here, and then you're using your thumb and your ring finger. So you can do that if you're familiar with that. Because I want this to be really accessible to people and for them to use it anywhere, maybe at your desk, maybe you're somewhere where there are people around, or in a park or something, you can simply just do this, so it might be a bit more subtle, it might be a bit more comfortable. So this might be the other way around to you in visual, but when you close your eyes, my voice will be your guide. But to begin with, we're going to close the right nostril and you're going to breathe in through the left. And then you're going to swap. You're going to breathe out through the right nostril. Then you're going to breathe in through the right nostril. You're going to swap. You're going to breathe out through the left nostril. You're going to breathe in through the left nostril. You're going to swap. You're going to breathe out through the right nostril. You're going to breathe in through the right nostril. So the pattern kind of goes out, in, swap, out, in, okay? Now, before we start this, and also if at any point you get confused and don't know what you're doing, don't worry about it. Just breathe, just take the moment and just breathe. But before we go into this, it's really important before we start any breath practice to just notice how you're breathing, because a lot of us breathe in the upper chest. It's natural. And we want to invite the breath down using the diaphragm in every breath exercise we do, unless the actual intention is to breathe in the upper chest, which not that many are. So don't just launch into a breathing practice without actually checking that you're utilizing more of your respiratory system, or else you're actually just going to be almost supporting a more dysfunctional breathing pattern, which is upper chest. So to begin with, gently close your eyes and just feel into where your body is. Perhaps take a moment to relax the shoulders, bring the chin down a little bit, relax the jaw, soften the face, wiggle on the sit bones and feel the feet on the ground. Maybe make contact with your body, with your legs, your hips, wherever you want to make contact with, the tummy, the heart. Just establish that your body is here and you are a part of it. So taking a few breaths, naturally notice where your breath is. How many seconds are you breathing in for? How many seconds are you breathing out for? Are you breathing in the chest only, or are you breathing more using the diaphragm? And whatever your self-observation was to that question, let's all together invite the breath a little bit more deeply into the body. So what's always good is to use the hands, the contact of the hands, place them on your tummy or place them to the sides just by your lower ribs. And start to bring your breath in. Start to feel the wave of your breath rolling in and rolling out. Slow the breath down. Make it last a little bit longer. Breathe into the back body. Breathe into the sides. It's not just a forward motion. The whole torso should be moving out laterally in the back, forward. Yeah, so really notice which parts of your body move with the wave of your breath. And how that feels. Does it feel nice? Does it feel restricted in any way? Is there any sense of impatience or distraction? Notice how you are in this moment. And so still with your eyes closed, we're going to just cover the right nostril with any finger that you like, covering the right nostril, and breathe out a little bit to breathe in. And we're going to breathe in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Swap, cover the left nostril, breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Swap, cover the right nostril, breathe in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Swap, cover the left nostril, breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Swap, breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Slow the breath down. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Swap, breathe out. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Swap, breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Swap, breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5. So we breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5. We swap to breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5. We breathe in for the same nostril. 2, 3, 4, 5. Swap, breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5. We swap to breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5. To swap and breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Slow the breath down, breathing in. Swap, breathing out. Just notice if you're struggling to get to the count of 5, allow yourself to breathe for 3 counts or 4 counts. Breathe in. Swap, breathe out. Really allow that exhale to be so soft and slow. Allow the shoulders to relax with the exhale. Breathe in. Filling, using the diaphragm. Swap, breathe out, relax the jaw. Really savor every moment of this exhale. Soften, soften, soften. Bringing in the fresh breath of the inhale, as if you're smelling fresh rosemary. Swap, exhale. Soften the back, the tummy, the knees, the toes. You're going to inhale. Swap, exhale. The back of the neck soften, between the eyebrows soften. Breathe in. Swap, breathe out. Perhaps one nostril is clearer than the other, and maybe that's changing now. You've been doing it for a while. Breathe in. Swap, breathe out. Anywhere that there's tension in the body, allow to soften on the exhale. Breathe in. Imagine that wave of breath coming in and filling the body. Swap, breathe out. Breathe in. Swap, breathe out. Breathe in. Creating space with your inhale. Swap, breathe out. On the exhale, letting go of anything that you don't need to be thinking about. Inhale. Creating space with the inhale for those things that you want to remember, that you want to focus on. Exhale. Inhale. Breathing into the back body as well. Swap, exhale. Do a couple more rounds. Inhale. Swap, exhale. Allowing the breath to just move in you. Follow the wave of the breath, swap and exhale. Inhale. Swap, exhale. Last one, we're going to inhale. You're going to swap. You should be covering the right nostril and finish by exhaling out of the left. So if you're not there, that's okay. Do another round and just make sure you finish breathing out through the left nostril. Taking the hand away and just take a couple of breaths with both nostrils. Noticing what's different, even if it is so subtle. How does your breath flow now compared to when you started? How does your brain feel? It doesn't have to be good. Just the most important thing is observing what's actually happening. And know with practice that this exercise, you get to receive its benefits much, much more. Now, how does the breath feel? How does the body feel? And we'll just take 2 more breaths. Still really slowing it down, making it as comfortable as possible while inviting it deeper, more deeply into the body. And then coming to a close. So closing the practice in any way that feels good for you. So that could be putting your hands in prayer, that could be anything that feels good for you to close your practice. And thank you so much for joining, and I hope that you choose to do this breath practice more than once, and I would love to know how you got on.